Cosmic Cat fan. Welcome to the Aki Cooking Hour. Today, I'm going to teach you to make the world's greatest chicken teriyaki sub or hoagie, whichever you prefer. First, we're going to take a pound and a half of boneless, skinless chicken. You can cube or chop the chicken whichever way you like into chunks, and then rinse thoroughly. I like to use a little bit of vinegar while I cook chicken. Then we're going to grab a quarter cup of onion powder and 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Don't overdo it with these ingredients because they can be salty, especially the teriyaki sauce. Don't add stuff like adobo or nothing because there's plenty of sodium in all these ingredients. Okay, now, when we throw the teriyaki sauce, we're going to make sure that we mix these ingredients well. Use about a cup. Now that we're mixing our ingredients together, we're gonna let this chicken marinate for about half hour to 45 minutes in the refrigerator. While we wait for our chicken to marinate, let me tell you the story of how I came across this recipe. I learned this recipe after visiting a mall with my family. There was a woman giving out free samples of the sandwich. It was chicken teriyaki with Swiss. It was pretty good. I asked her one for the recipe and she gladly gave it to me. I'm not a big fan of Swiss, so I changed the recipe around to Munster cheese. I told myself I could do this recipe, if not, better. To my surprise, I did good. Okay, now let's begin. Now that we got our chicken nice and marinated, we're going to grab a skillet or frying pan, right? We're going to turn our heat to about 8 or 7, right? If you have a gas stove, the heat might vary, so just be alert and keep in mind that every stove is different, especially from electric to gas, and I'm using electric, so bear with me. Okay, we're gonna grab our chicken, like so, and first off, we're gonna take a tablespoon of oil. I like to use olive oil. Put it in the pan and then take our chicken. And we're going to brown our chicken so nice and tender. And so most of the teriyaki sauce has evaporated, but not all. Make sure there's at least a little bit left. You want that flavor to stay in there. So now that our teriyaki chicken is nice and brown, we're going to drain the excess teriyaki sauce. And then we're going to grab our hoagie bread. Take a serrated knife. We're going to cut it down the spine, like so. Now that our sub roll is cut open, we're going to take a slice of cheese. I preferably like Munster. You're going to take the slice, we're going to break it in half, like so. Then we're going to place it on the side that we consider the lid, or the top of the sub. Then we'll place in a toaster oven on 350 for about 5 minutes. And now it depends on your toaster oven. So keep in mind that, you got to keep an eye on your bread. So now that our bread is nice and toasted, we're going to take our mayonnaise or your dressing of choice, and you're going to put it on the other side opposite of the cheese. Make sure you put a nice amount. And I like using light mayonnaise. Then we're going to grab our fully cooked marinated chicken and place it on the hoagie. Nice and even. I like using tongs because spatulas can be messy. Now that we have our chicken nice and even, we're going to take our serrated knife again and cut with the spine facing us. Nice and gentle, so not to squish the sandwich. As we cut it open, we're going to spread it open, nice and even, and boom. Enjoy the sandwich. Have a great evening.